In this video, I'd like to discuss the stepping stones of agency, and in regards to the will and the will of individuals, that through direct meaning, and particularly it's this meaning that we convey in relation to the self in regards to our own capacity for understanding our deeper subjectivities, our subjectivity in regards to the subject matters we perceive and what's direct to our various experiential processes and sense of the environment and awareness of what's present to us immediately and currently and what subsequently to come, and the meanings that are current to our experience but also subsequent to our experience that convey knowledge and also what is true and help us to learn in a particular direction, accumulating a sense of deeper knowledge through knowns that are derived from direct meanings from our senses, and which tend to have implicit and explicit intents related to purposes in which we can incrementally develop and build, but also in which sometimes have these sudden or subsequent onsets that have more of these exponential or cumulative effects that can be aggregated in relation to aspects of meaning that involve direct knowledge, qualities, subject matter, various contents, our related underlying intentions, how we string together or combine meanings and relate that to something that's meaningful but also purposeful to us as individuals at a primary precipice that has these preliminary meanings to them that allow us to develop these secondary and tertiary meanings that are more direct to our self and our experiential detectors in relation to our own subjectivity and perceptual consciousness, but also the corporeal elements of our body and our mind and also our behavior and what we enact, but also the incorporeal elements that involve this ethereal aspect of dealing with the quality and the characteristics as well as the character of our experience and what it's like to be and to live, and what, say, a perception is like, or a motivation or behavior or action or feeling, what it's like to embody that, the state of being and its character essence that conveys a sense of greater relational meaning to the intents and purposes that we have that generally are oriented towards optimal well-being and optimizing our learning in a direction that is oriented towards our values and what we tend to be more positively oriented towards and enjoy, but also find meaningful. And we tend to consume these meanings in relation to what we as individuals resonate with, deem important, find salient or significant and interesting, and which engage our attentional capacities and our perceptual capacities in a particular direction that helps facilitate this deeper sense of directedness and a self-directedness in the world through how we approach our environments, often through this in action and an active mode and enacting various autonomous perceptions, motivations, behaviors, actions, meanings, and intents in relation to purposes which are often self-directed and which lead to more of these propensities to self-actualize, or what I've termed self-actualization tendencies, that allow us to satisfy various aspects of ourselves and experience a higher quality of satisfaction or enrichment through daily experiences, through connecting it to what's more meaningful to us in the states and qualities of being, but also its character, and which tends to develop along both the corporeal and incorporeal dimensions of nature and aspects of nature, and allow us to connect ourselves more deeply to nature through understanding how various meanings and external objects and objective characters and subject matters that exist within the contents of our consciousness, but also our existence, in which we attribute meanings that matter and that impact us both physiologically and psychologically, influencing our health, as well as the states of being that tend to matter most to living this meaningful life, but also our values and our individual strengths, which are probably the most important components of living while being able to tap into our strengths and utilize them and actualize ourselves in more of these authentic directions. So that's all I want to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed that.